Hi everyone, welcome to episode 2. Thank you so much for joining me. If it's your first time joining us, thank you so much for checking us out. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. This is the Scrumptious Purl podcast. I am the owner of Scrumptious Purl. My name is Samantha, and I am coming to you from Montreal, Canada, where I live with my boyfriend, Shane, and our border collie, Ace, who is taking a little nap next to me right now. I have not filmed a podcast in the last couple of weeks because I went to the Toronto's Knitter Frolic and I posted a vlog on that. And I also haven't had that much knitting time in the last couple of weeks. So I thought it would be best to kind of skip a week and then fill the show up a little bit more. So I guess I'll start with my first finished object in quite some time. I actually worked on this pretty much exclusively the week after I filmed my first episode. I really wanted to be able to wear this to Frolic, and I was so close to done, sort of. And yeah, I knew that I'd be able to get it done if I kind of worked on it exclusively. So I knit on it pretty much the whole week leading up, and then obviously, as you do, forgot how time consuming a picot bind off can be. And yeah, so that was a thing. I'll take it off to show you guys a little bit. All right, so the pattern is called Hollows, and it's by the designer Mandarins. And it's pretty big, actually. Much bigger than I had thought it was going to be. Yeah. So the yarn is called Sam's Green, and it was a colorway that Chris from Tannis Fiber Arts dyed up for me before I was leaving on a trip, and I wanted to knit something green and speckly, and he dyed it up for me, and I was able to bring it with me. So this is a really special yarn and a really special project, and I'm so happy with the way that it turned out. I actually specifically wore this dress today because I kind of knit this shawl to go with this dress. This is one of my favorite dresses. I wear it all the time, and yeah, I think that they go really well together, and I'm really happy with the combination. So yeah, I used the size needle that they recommend in the pattern, I believe. I used a 3.5 millimeter. They may have used a 3.75. I'm a bit of a looser knitter, so I tend to go down a little bit, and I really loved it. It was a lot of fun. All right, so I'll show you guys a whip that you've seen before, but I've made a bit of progress on it. So it's this right here. So it's living in my Danica Studios project bag, which I'm still loving. It's a great size. I don't have many project bags this size, so I'm really happy with it. And my project is the Puntilla sweater by Hohilo Catelli. So this is what it looks like. I'm loving it. I can't wait for this to be finished. I think this is gonna kind of be my next like really big push to finish. So I'm knitting it out of 2 different yarns. Both of them are by Tannis Fiber Arts. So I have the Pure Wash Fingering for the main color, and that color is called Trinity. And then my contrasting stripes are in a color called Mimosa in Red Label. Oh, guys. It's so beautiful. It's such a perfect speckle. I think I actually have the skein. I do. Okay. My skein is like getting a little messy, but you guys will get the idea. So this is what it looks like. It's just so beautiful. Oh, I love it. Tannis is actually having an update, a dyed to order update with all of her speckles. Highly suggest going to check it out. She has some stunning stuff. I actually have another little something to show you guys afterwards that kind of goes with that as well. So this project is coming along really nicely. It's a fingering weight sweater, so it's definitely taking a bit more time than usual. I have not knit a fingering weight sweater in a really long time, so I forgot the amount of time that goes into these things. So last time we chatted, I had just started one of my sleeves. So I was like about here, and so I've knit the sleeve, and I'm just at the ribbing right now. Oh, and I have my little progress keeper right there. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I forget the shop that I bought them from. I'll put it right here for you guys. They're really adorable. there was like a bunch of little treats, like dessert treats on the Progress Keepers. I just thought they were so adorable. So as I said last time, I kind of modified the pattern a little bit. So the pattern is originally knit in just one solid color, and I decided to do stripes in mine. I saw Rachel from Hey Sister podcast do that, and I just loved it. By the way, they have not podcasted in a little while, and I really miss them. Their podcast is so much fun to watch. I hope that they post again soon. Yeah, so this project is coming along really nicely. I am gonna do the little lace border at the bottom of it. And yeah, I hope that I kind of finish that up this week actually. The sleeve didn't take very long at all. I don't know why it's taking me so long. It's a big project to pull out, so it's not the first thing that I kind of pull towards when I'm going somewhere, and lately all of my knitting time has been outside of the house, unfortunately. So hopefully I'll finish that this week and have another FO for you guys next time. The next project that I'm working on is a new one. When I finished this shawl, I wanted to cast on another one pretty much right away. And the one that I had spoken to you guys about last week out of the Miss Babs, I really want to cast on, but it just wasn't the right time to be casting it on. I knew that it was a project that I wanted to bring with me to knit on at the Frolic, and there's just so many colors, so it just would have been a little tricky to manage while I was there. So I figured I should hold off on that and start something else instead. So the project that I ended up starting, let me just show you. So it's living in this project bag, which is new, and I'm loving. It's so cute. Look at the little bicycles and the tulips. It's perfect for spring. So this is a Zigzag Stitches project bags, which is my favorite company for project bags. Her bags are so well made, and they hold up and you can wash them. Love them. So the shawl that I am knitting is actually, why can't I think of it? Hansel? Yeah, sorry. Hansel, but it's the half version. She has a full version and she has a half version. So this is the half version. And this is what I have so far. I love it. So I'm knitting it out of Jameson Shetland Spindrift. So that's this right here. Why is it focusing over there? There we go. Okay, and this is the main color that I'm using, and this is 103 called Sholmit. And then there's 4 contrasting colors. So these are my 4 contrasting colors. And these are Stonehenge, and then this one is Green Mist, and this one is Granite, and lastly is Pebble. Yeah, so those are what I'm using. I'm really loving it so far. I am knitting it on my new needles, actually, my cube needles, and this is a 5mm. So I'm really liking them. It's hard for me to, so that would be a US 8. It's hard for me to kind of give like a real review on them just yet, because I haven't knit with 5mm needles in a really long time, so I don't really have anything to compare it to. I'm finding the ends to be a bit blunt for my liking, but to be honest, I think that might just be this size. I think I'm so used to knitting with like 2.5s and 3.5s that I'm just not used to the larger needles anymore. So I'm really enjoying them. I think I'll get a better idea once I knit with one of the smaller sizes if I like it or not. I haven't knit enough of this project either to kind of get a feel for if it's gonna help with my hands kind of hurting sometimes when I knit. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's giving me a really nice even gauge, which is nice. I love this kind of yarn. I love Shetland wool. Rough yarn is just so nice to knit with, and it's so warm and cozy, and yeah, I'm really happy with this pattern. I'm excited to get started on the color work part. So that's that right now. The pattern is by Gudrun Johnson. I'm sure you would have seen that at the beginning. I'm gonna try and insert a picture, and it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, next up is the sock segment. The camera actually died, so if it looks like the settings changed a little bit, I just had to put a new battery in. So that's why it may have shifted slightly. So the first sock that I'll show you guys is one that you've seen before, Okay, so I'll start this by saying I did not finish any socks this week, but I did cast on new socks. I don't know why, because I definitely should have finished some before I cast on new ones, but I couldn't help myself. So such is life, right? Casting on stuff makes us happy, so why not? Every once in a while you need that, new cast on. So the one that I'll show you first is living in my Vera Bradley makeup slash project bag. I do not use it for makeup, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's sold for. So I just hold my knitting in it. So the sock that's living in here is my incantation sock. So here it is. I've actually knit on this in the last couple of weeks. I probably did about like 2 repeats. It's not focusing on that. And now my face. Whatever. Yeah, so I'm really loving this. I kind of decided that I'm gonna put an afterthought heel in. I think I may actually do what a lot of people have been doing lately and doing the afterthought everything. So basically what that is you knit a long tube. So I would go like all the way across, and then I would cut it and put in the toes and cut it and put in the heels. So I may give that a try. This sock has just kind of been coming everywhere with me lately, and it's really nice to not have to think about when I'm gonna put the toe in or the heel in. So I think it might turn into that. I think that would be a good sock to test that out on. So that's my first one. As usual, or still, they're on 2.25 needles, and I use Addi sock rockets. I love these needles. They're amazing. The cord is really nice and flexible, and the tips are super pointy. They're great. Great needles. Absolutely love them. So that's that. The next 2 sock projects that I'm going to show you guys are actually 2 new cast-ons. So yeah, they are living in another Zigzag Stitches project bag with little bunnies on it. I think this may actually be my first project bag. I think this is the first one that I ever purchased. I bought it at Espace Tricot. I fell in love with the fabric. It's just, I mean, how cute is it, the little bunnies? And the inside fabric is really pretty as well. It's like this really pretty polka dot, matches really great. Love it. So the first sock that's living in here, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen these already. Okay, so it is a new color, and it is called Sassy Unicorn. Look at that. I had so much fun with this one. So it's a 6 stripe repeat, and this is what it looks like knit up. Really liking it. Yeah, so I didn't do a contrasting color with it. I just didn't want to have to switch balls, to be quite honest, with the cuff and then the leg. So yeah, I'm just going straight stripes. And again, I'm knitting these on 2.25 millimeters. And I'm just kind of doing my standard. I cast on 64 for this one. And I don't know who they're gonna go to yet. I think I might just put them in my Christmas pile and start accumulating. And a lot of the women in my life wear a pretty similar size shoe, so I can just kind of knit socks and then decide who I want to give them to afterwards. And same kind of goes for the men, actually. Most of the men have a similar size, so it's pretty easy to start my Christmas knitting early and decide later who I want to give each pair to. The second pair that I have in here, I actually cast on last night. So this is going to be a part of this week's update. I don't think this video is going to go out before the update, but it will be available again. So I'll show them to you guys, and then I'll probably make this colorway available again next week, actually. So this is called Puddle Jumping. So this is what it looks like, and I'm knitting mine on Glam Base, and you can really see the sparkle in the video. I try on Instagram to always show how sparkly this base is, but it just doesn't come up in pictures. It doesn't do it justice, so I'm glad it picks it up on the video. So this is what I have so far. Oh, I really like it. So this color is actually new to the shop, but not a new Scrumptious Purl colorway. So this was actually a club color last year. It was the club color for, let me think, January, February, March, April. And I love it. It's really beautiful. I've decided to bring back the colors from last year's club. A lot of them were highly requested and I really loved them. They were really fun to design, and yeah, so I thought I'd make them available. It's been well over a year, so I thought that it was time to release them into the shop. So that's one of them. I'll show you guys the other ones a little bit later as well. So again, that's just on a 2.25 millimeter, and I don't know who that's going to either. I think that'll probably just go into the same Christmas pile. That's it for my works in progress. I normally try and keep it to about 4. Anything over that kind of gives me a little bit of a little stress. So that's kind of what I have so far. I guess next I'll do what I'm planning on casting on next. So this is kind of gonna be like a acquisition / next cast on. So about 3 weeks ago, I was in contact with Jezebel, and she is a project bag maker here in Quebec. And she contacted me, and it just so happened that she was interested in one of my products and I was interested in one of her products. So we decided to swap, which is fun because it's kind of like getting a gift and you're giving a gift at the same time. So it's a really, I really enjoyed it. It was really fun, and thank you so much for suggesting it, Jezebel. It worked out perfectly for both of us. So she sent me, I sent her a skein of my yarn. She wanted breakfast in bed, which I love. So I dyed that up for her, and she sent me one of her project bags that I had been eyeing for some time. Guys, she is so good at what she does. Her bags are beautiful. They're perfectly seamed. I mean, this fabric is like stunning. She has the cutest little labels. Look at that. Let me see if you can see it. Yeah. It's just beautiful. It's so well done. What's nice about this bag is you actually can hold it on your wrist and then you can knit from the bag, which is cool. And yeah, so this is gonna be my next project bag, and the yarn is actually already in it for my next project. So to give myself a bit of motivation to finish my puntilla, I actually was over at Tanis and Chris's house the other day for lunch, which was lovely. I got to see the boys and hang out with them. I got a little show, and I went into the office and Tanis and I were chatting, and there's one of the speckle colorways that I've been thinking about for a really long time, and I was like, Tanis, I really want that color. And she was so sweet, and she actually gifted it to me. And so yeah, so I have it here, and it is Luna, and it's on the fingering pure wash base. Oh my gosh. It's just so beautiful. I love this color. It's so dynamic. There's like so much depth to it. It's beautiful. It doesn't even have labels on it. I literally like snagged it off of her shelves. So thank you, Tanis. I really appreciate that. I am going to be knitting with this a cardigan. I haven't decided exactly on the pattern that I'm going to be knitting yet. I'm going to put up a couple of options actually on the screen here, and you guys can tell me what you think. Actually, another reason I wore this dress today was I really want this cardigan to wear with this dress. So I normally always wear this white one when I'm wearing this dress, but I really think that this will look awesome with it. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think. And this is giving me motivation to finish my puntilla because I cannot wait to cast this on. And yeah, so that's about that for the knitting part of things. I'll give you guys a little bit of a shop update, I suppose. So big news for me this week. We actually rebranded Scrumptiouspurl, which is awesome. I've been working on this for a really long time. There was a lot of different moving parts involved. I wanted something unique to us, and I wanted to involve some artists as well. And yeah, it just turned out beautifully. It's exactly what I wanted. Actually, it's much better than I could have ever expected. So thank you for all your help. The two people who really helped me out are Jordan and Laura Lynn. I'll post both of them down below. So Jordan's the one who actually did the artwork for me, and Laura Lynn is the one who has been doing kind of the graphics designing for me. She's actually a friend of mine, and she is so good at what she does. If you need any help with anything, she does a really great job. So I'll put both of their informations down below. So this is what the new logo looks like. Oh, I love it. It's just perfect. So Jordan's the one who did the painting. It's a watercolor painting of our dog Ace. We're not obsessed with our dog around here. No, we are. So she painted him, and I wanted him to have a sock in his mouth, and the colorway is actually Cliffhanger. So it's one of our actual colorways. And yeah, so it just looked really beautiful. And then Laura Lynn is the one who actually hand wrote the Scrumptious Purl. And then this is what the back, I think this is gonna be flipped for you guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, so these are the new labels. So that's what you'll be getting now when you order. I'm really happy about that. And yeah, I have a couple of colorways that I can show you guys as well that are gonna be new to the shop. So you saw Puddle Jumping, which is one of them. And then I have two other ones that are going up in today's update. Again, I think this is probably gonna be going up after that, but they'll be available again, probably next week or the week after that. So another one of the colorways that I have is this one here, and this is called, maybe if I put my hand, this is called Keeping Cozy. It's like a really nice jewel toned skein. And then another one is called Started with a Bang, and this has the hot pink in it. This was actually, fun fact, the first colorway that we did with a neon, and I really enjoyed it. It was really fun to dye, actually. Neons are hilarious to dye. So every other dye, you kind of have to put in a different amount depending on the color. So like, for example, in my personal experience, pink, you have to put in a lot more dye ratio to get the color that you need. And something like blues, you don't need as much, or reds, you don't need as much. But the neons, you literally need like 1/100th of what you would use for other colors. And it doesn't look like anything in the water, and then you put the yarn into it and it just kind of like pops. It's really cool. It's fun to dye. I really enjoy it. So we don't have that many colors with neons. I might start working on that and test out some new ones. We'll see. So in the vein of Scrumptious Purl, I actually am going to be having a giveaway this episode. So yeah, so in order to enter the giveaway, I suppose, all you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and then go into our Ravelry thread and go into our Ravelry group, and I will have a thread open for this giveaway. And I'm just kind of wondering what you guys are interested in seeing more of in the shop. So if there's a particular color, if there's a theme that you're interested in, yeah, let me know if you guys have any ideas or something that you would absolutely love to see that you don't think that we have right now in our shop. So the prize is going to be this skein here. It's actually a skein of our colorway Raspberry Treat, and this is in the Glam base. So someone will be winning that. The giveaway is open to anyone. International viewers are welcome. I'm gonna put it up when this episode goes live, and then I'll let it run for a week. So the giveaway will be open for a week, and then I'll draw in my next episode. So yeah, come and check us out on Ravelry. That's about it for everything I have concerning shop update and concerning my knitting. So I guess I can kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on life. So as I said at the beginning, we've really been knee deep in the move. Actually, at this very moment while I'm filming, Shane is negotiating with a real estate agent in Toronto, and we're really hoping that we found our spot. The market in Toronto is tough, guys. We've lived in Montreal essentially our entire lives. We did move once overseas to Malta, but I mean, it's such a small country that the the real estate market, I guess, the renters market was very easygoing and very laid back. And I have to say, I think Montreal's pretty similar. We're pretty easygoing and laid back. Montreal does this really interesting thing. This is gonna be me sounding really naive, but I thought everyone did it this way, I guess. I don't know. Montreal has a moving day. So basically what we do is July 1st, which is Canada Day, basically the entire city moves. So that's just kind of when everyone starts and ends their leases. And anyone who's a renter normally moves on July 1st. Obviously there's a bunch of exceptions to that rule. It's not the only way that it works. It just kind of flows well though, because if you're looking for a new place, there's a lot of places available on that date, and it's a holiday, so everyone is off from work normally. By everyone, people who work in government or in offices are off. Toronto does not work that way, and apparently most cities don't. So we were all excited because we're like, oh, perfect. Our rent here in Montreal is up in July, so we'll find a place in Toronto for July. No, not the way it works. In Toronto, essentially, if a place goes up on the market today, by tonight or tomorrow morning, it'll be gone. So it's a really cutthroat market, and it's very expensive. But I think we found something that is really gonna be great for us, and here's to hoping that we find out this afternoon that we got it. So we'll see, I'll keep you guys posted. Other than that, we've kind of been trying to organize all of our stuff here and figure out what we're bringing with us and what we're not gonna be bringing with us. We're really fortunate that both of our families live in Montreal, so they've been super helpful, and we can kind of keep stuff at their house. Don't tell them that we're gonna be doing that, but they'll help us out if we need to leave stuff in Montreal or whatnot. So that's pretty much it on our front. We don't have any trips planned really this summer because we knew that we were gonna be moving. My sister-in-law is actually getting married in September, so I'm really excited about that. Not only is she my boyfriend's sister, she's my best friend, absolute best friend, and I'm her maid of honor. One of her maid of honors, actually, her older sister is also a maid of honor. And yeah, so we're planning her bridal shower right now, which is coming up soon. And it's been a lot of fun. I had a really busy couple of months in a really good way, so that's always nice. And that's pretty much it. We don't have much planned for this week, so I think that I will finally get some more knitting time in and hopefully finish up a couple of projects. And other than that, I hope everyone else is having a fantastic week. Thank you so much if you've stuck around till the end. I really appreciate it. It's so much fun sitting down and chatting. It really brightens up my day. I love talking about knitting, and now that I kind of am working from home, I don't have the interaction with other knitters during the day that I'm used to. I used to work in a yarn shop, and then I worked with Tanis, so it's nice to be able to sit down and chat knitting every once in a while. Have a lovely week and happy knitting. Bye everyone.